Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the series where we answer the question, what if Germany won the Second World War? In part 5, we were able to defeat the Polish, and in part 6, our focuses will be on the Battle of France. What I've done since our defeat of the Polish land army is I've redistributed my main army now to the Western Front. I left a token force of 22 units up against the border of the Soviet Union. The bulk of my army is now positioned on the northern front against Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, comprising of 100 divisions of von Rundstedt's army. I have got, that's Army Group A, Army Group B with von Kluge is up against the Maginot Line. This will be a three-phase offensive. The first phase will be a general advance through the Netherlands using a combined ground assault by my infantry divisions, a Panzer spearhead from the north and center, and paratroopers dropping on these key victory points of Rotterdam, The Hague, and Eindhoven. Once the Netherlands has fallen, I will then declare war on Luxembourg, pierce through to capture Luxembourg, and also swing down from the north across this open area here to capture as many areas as Belgium as possible. I will look for exploitations in the Ardennes forest and also in these open plains here in the north, and wherever I can break through to the French line, I will drive all the way from the English Channel to capture Paris. Once Paris has fallen, then I believe that should be the end of the French. If they still decide to fight on, I'll push through to outflank the forces engaged on the Maginot Line. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. I already have instructed my paratroopers to where they are going to deploy. They are still moving up to their staging locations before they can be launched. I have got my Air Force already deployed. 2,200 fighters are in the air, and I'll be making sure that they're giving us good ground coverage. In the Channel, I have got 400 bombers. Alright, so what I'm going to do is now actually declare war on the Netherlands and start the first phase of the offensive. Alright, I'm going to leave the Allies out of this one. I'm going to make sure that they actually are in the war against France and UK and the Allies, put simply. So Italy and Bulgaria should join us now in that fight. Italy will help to serve as a distraction pushing in from the south here along the southern French border. Alright, now that we've declared war, I'm going to do a couple of manual maneuvers. I want to take this little piece of land here so that I can set up my pincer attack through the Ardennes. I'm going to send Manstein's army here to drive straight into Amsterdam from the north. I'm going to swing Guderian's forces in and around to outflank to do a pincer on Amsterdam. As soon as my paratroopers are in position, I will drop them into the fight. Alright. I'm going to make an early grab for the Focke-Wulf 190. I've got a large amount of their experience that has been gathered from the invasion of Poland. Looks like the Soviets want to split up Poland. That's fine by me. Keep the Russian bear happy while I fight in the west. Because we've been trading all of our rubble with the Netherlands, we're now going to have to quickly replace the loss of trade there with whoever in the game has any rubber to trade. We won't be able to get as much rubber as we need, but considering Netherlands has actually joined the Allies, we may need to naval invade Indonesia from Japan, depending how we go. Alright, I've got the war around the Maginot national focus there. That will be of good assistance for me, so I can actually declare war on Belgium and Luxembourg without having to justify a war goal. I'm going to go after Army Innovations 2, so I can get a research bonus for my panzers. We're making very quick gains in the Netherlands, which is great to see. My paratroopers should be mostly deployed. They're about, yep, let's send them in. 1, 2, and 3. Off they go. Oops, and Hell's Army, 4. Excellent. Looks like they've gone in unopposed, more or less. That's what I like to see. Going to work on our support divisions now, considering it's still 1939. See if I can get this little piece of land behind here and then outflank this Dutch force. Right, they're pretty much striking unopposed at this stage. I'm going to send these guys who are currently engaged in the south here to attack from the rear on Amsterdam to create that pincer. We should have that hopefully any day. Let's hope that the French don't reinforce off the channel. There's a very high chance that they could do that. Ideally, I do not want that to happen. Some weird reason it's telling my paratroopers to go over here. I've got no idea why. It makes 0 sense. Let's just get those lines deleted. Alright, looks like we should have Amsterdam. There it goes. Brilliant. Netherlands is out of the war. Fantastic. That did not take long at all. About 2 weeks. Or a week and a half, thereabout. Excellent. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly hit pause. I'm now going to redistribute the army. Hold von Rundstedt's 100-strong divisions here. Let's keep Rommel where he is, up on Luxembourg. And redraw the front lines from Luxembourg. Oh, that's weird. It's because I haven't declared on them yet. That's the reason why they're holding the line. That's okay. Let's redraw these front. So that's like they've gone throughout the whole front. That's excellent. All right, so I have a nice, fairly unopposed advance, hopefully through the English Channel. I've just got this pocket of Dutch troops I'll need to wipe out before we can push forward with it. Let's just throw these guys in. Let's get them cleaned out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mass the bulk of my Panzer formations here to push them into Gent. So I'm going to get the front line established first. We'll assign Manstein to that. Let's get Guderian's army. We'll put him right next to it. I'm going to get him to disengage here and let the infantry finish mopping up those remaining French forces. Put the front line. I actually will double stack this advance. I want to push through this plains area as best as I can. That's plains there and there. So I'm going to assign the Guderian to there, and he'll form up behind Manstein's army. Excellent. Alright, that's what I want. Next, just make sure these infantry units finish off their advance. I might throw in these paratroopers from the south to hasten the defeat. Don't think I lost any paratroopers in the assault, which was good to see. Where the hell these guys are coming from. Can't believe they moved all the way. It's just weird stuff with the AI, throwing them all the way down to the Maginot Line for reasons that are simply beyond me. Hell's paratroopers, looks like they're free to move. They're all the way down there too. Jesus. Okay. Alright, that should be fine. Let's just check in how our Air Force is going. We seem to be fighting unopposed. That's great. What I'm going to quickly do before I hit the play button again is just get our trade up to scratch. I've unlocked a fairly large airfield here at the Hague, so we can put 1,800 planes in it. So I'm going to start moving down some of these, particularly the fighter base that's overcrowded here at western ends. Let's move those planes down to the Hague. So I've got about 600 there, 600 out of 1,800. There's another 600 there. Okay, let's throw in this space over. Excellent. Alright, let's play that out and get everyone to form up. That army's been wiped out. So remove those paratroopers. Oh, they're already being redeployed. That's great. And those guys are on the move too. Excellent. And that Dutch force has also been defeated. Fantastic. Alright, so let me just get von Rundstedt's lines set up correctly. I want him to stretch all the way around Belgium. Excellent. Alright, and I want the advance of von Rundstedt to come from the northern sector. And let's go through move from the south up to the north. Alright, that's great. So I've got all students' paratroopers ready to go. I'll quickly draw up his... that's one other thing I'll need to do. Actually move my transport planes up to that airbase. They're currently way back here over in Brandenburg. Alright, that's great. Alright, so I'm going to set Students' Army to go in behind the lines. Let's drop... I have to wait for the transport planes to get there first. Awesome. Okay, they're now in position. I can set up the paratroopers to come in from the Hague to this rear here, but behind Gent. Lovely. Alright, let's let everyone now start to form up on the lines. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let's just get all our production lines sorted out so you don't have to worry about them. going to start stockpiling my convoys. Let's see, we've got another 2. I'm actually going to form this up into one army because I'm going to hit the go button for this. Let's put them all under student. Excellent. Okay, I think everyone's in position. I'll just wait for this last motorized to get into position and we will then start. That's everyone. Yes, 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 yes. Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off the second phase of the offensive. Let's make sure these partisans back at home are not going to give us any problems. I might have some troops in Slovakia available. Let's see here. Anyone? No? No, I don't. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to declare now. Do you know, why don't we just quickly save it for the sake of things. All right, so what I'm going to do now is let's declare on Belgium. I'm going to call the allies into this one. Brilliant. I'm going to do the same for Luxembourg. All right. Now the key here is I'm going to conduct a feint attack on the Maginot Line. I'm certainly by no means want to win this one, and I know it's pretty much impossible to win the direct assault over the Maginot Line. That's fine. My goal is not to win. My goal is simply to tie up all of the French forces here that are currently parked on the Maginot Line so I can maneuver and invade freely from this northern sector. So let's throw Rommel into Luxembourg. I'm going to throw in these 11 divisions behind him in case they reinforce. There's quite a number of French armored and infantry divisions behind the lines there that could easily move up to spoil my day. Going to send in von Manstein to swing through the north. And we're going to send Guderian in as well. We're going to drop those paratroopers in. And we're also going to instruct von Rundstedt to advance up as well. All right, let's see how this goes. Yep, world tension is pretty much at 100% now. It is a all-out war. All right, paratroopers are in. There looks like there was one division in that square. That's not too bad. Luxembourg is out of the war. That didn't take long. What I'm going to do now is just quickly move my fighters that were down here in the south up into that Luxembourg airbase. I think I could fit about, how many planes can I fit in here? 800. So I'll move one airbase up. I think I've just got my tactical bombers sitting there now, behind them. Yeah, that's fine. The tactical bombers can stay there. All right, what I'll then do is, let's see if there's any weak points in the line here. So that square here is undefended. I'll send in Rommel to take that one. Really want to push through and punch through this northern sector as fast as possible. I'm going to commit every troop that I have up here. Now that these troops are formed up, I'm going to delete their lines so they don't get spread out. The tank armies, that is. I'll keep the infantry division lines as they are. All right, excellent. Looks like Rommel has made a solid advance there. He's being opposed by what looks like one division. That's not too bad at all. Where can we send him in? Let's send him now up into the river, or up against the river, if possible. Let's split off half of these units, get them moving if possible. Did those drop? Oh, don't tell me they got wiped out. That's embarrassing. Nonetheless, I'm going to send in some more. I really want to make sure I can punch through here as quickly as possible, and the paratroopers will help. Awesome. Alright, that's great. That's now, I'm going to send in half to see if they can do a split attack from the rear. Keep an eye on the supply situation. It's not great, but it's manageable. Slovakia wants to send in a division, yes, I will take that. They are defending this piece of land with their life, rightly so. Looks like the Finnish and Soviet war is about to pop off. Paratroopers are getting attacked from the left, right, and center here. Really hope I can push this breakthrough soon. How much it's saying? 23 days, come on. Let's get to work, team. We need to break this line ASAP. Looks like the forces are pretty well engaged on the Maginot Line. It looks like they have peeled off a fair chunk of the army, no doubt to move up into the north to counter my advance here. Still have air superiority in the region, that's good. Alright, there's a huge force countering me now in the Ardennes. Alright, I'm going to stop the offensive. It's just going to make no sense whatsoever to keep pushing through that area. There's just simply too many. I might then counterbalance and push them through here. If they'll let me. Looks like they are attacking into that square. They're not going to have too much luck on that. Really need to force through here before they build up too many troops. I'm just going to throw in absolutely everyone I can. Some more paratroopers into the fight. Anyone else that's left? Oh man, they really know how to crap on your party, do they? The bloody British. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have waited it out over the winter, rebuilt our forces, resupplied, and now we're going to conduct a spring, autumn, offensive, spring. I'm not sure. Whatever March is in Europe. Okay, so first things first, we're going to recommit our paratroopers to go behind the lines. We're going to conduct a general advance, and we've now combined the two Panzer Armies into one single fighting formation. I've added in 3 more Panzer divisions to make it more of a striking force. I'm going to now commit those in to the spearhead in hope that we can break through. Let's do it. We call off the infantry advance, it's just not strong enough. The Italians have made a huge advance in the south here. This is looking promising. The French are going to have to start peeling off forces to meet the Italian advance in the south here. That's going to free up our troops from the entrenchment that they're currently facing in the north, and hopefully we'll be able to break through. Looks like the entire French army is engaged along the north here. They just seem to have no one left to advance or protect the Italians from the southern theatre. I'm going to stop training my Maginot Line forces, and also Rommel. And I'm prepared to get these guys to engage as the Italians move up from the south. Alright, I've got the Focke-Wulf 19. I'm just going to quickly pause it now and get this plane built up. So far, we are losing a fair, I wouldn't say a lot. We're balancing out our losses with new production forces, but I'm going to invest as much as I can to make this Focke-Wulf the absolute best aircraft it can be. I want to make sure its reliability isn't compromised with these upgrades. I want to add in some weapons. Oops. Going to come down on its range slightly. Keep its engine and weapons up so it doesn't lose its air attack. That's looking pretty good. I want to make sure that the range is high, so when I'm throwing these planes into faraway airfields, that we won't have a range penalty, which can really affect our forces' spread and attack and defense. So I like the look of that. I'm now going to upgrade the Messerschmitts with this new Focke-Wulf template. I'll take a little bit of loss in terms of production efficiency, but it's better now than never. Alright, fantastic. Let's make sure my industry tech's on top of things. Looks like we're good for now. I've got naval drop drones coming along. I might actually do a little bit of work on the actual, let's see, infantry weapons for 1940. Let's move up the artillery. I believe we can upgrade it for 1940. Let's do that. Fantastic. I really hope we can punch through here. We should. I mean, we've got 13 goddamn Panzer divisions firing through this line. We should be able to break through here. I think the French are starting to peel their forces off now. They might meet the Italians. Yeah, definitely looks like now that they're peeling them off to the southern theatre. This is excellent. This is giving us a very good opportunity. Ah, look at that. An undefended Maginot Line. Do you see what I see? Time for us to take that opportunity to our advantage. I'm going to initiate this assault. I'm going to actually manually move these armies in the areas that there are no French in. It's like there's still some garrisoned on this side of the border. That's fine. Let's see if we can move them up and around. What does Japan want? So let's I'm checking. I don't want to be throwing myself into a war that I'm not involved with. Holland, British Raj, Canada. Yeah, that's fine. Japan. Alright, looks like our paratroopers didn't last long. That's okay. Excellent. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Rommel's force now into this breakthrough area that we've just opened up. Let's move him down here in position to Metz. With a huge force, split that up and assault them into Metz. Move Rommel in there as well. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to move this in from the rear. And this is going to really hurt them now because they're about to be encircled. Alright, I might now move my air force to the northern France theatre. If I can achieve a breakthrough in the south, I will move it at that position for now. I'm just going to keep pushing the advance. Alright, excellent. This could be the breakthrough that we've been looking for. We get Rommel's forces established. So we've got 4, 1 in Nancy. I'm going to send all of these forces in now to assault this line. I'm going to trigger von Rundstedt to advance. I'm going to take advantage of this forced maneuvering. Finally, we've broken through. That is amazing. That is what I've been wanting to achieve for the past 5 months. Alright, this is now looking like it's going in our favor. What I'm going to do is keep driving the panzers all the way along the coastline. I'm going to get the motorized as well to follow up along the assault lines too. I'm going to get the infantry to expand the bridgehead, see if we can force them in. They're fighting in Antwerp, that's okay. I'm assuming that was the remnants of the paratrooper division there. Alright, excellent. We're starting to now make some good gains. I definitely don't want to lose this land. So I'm going to start expanding this bridgehead as best as I possibly can. Keep the panzers firing through as they are, doing very, very well. I'm going to move a couple of motorized divisions. I'll send just a couple of panzers in here just to open up this salient. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright. We're now starting to get the traction that we have dearly wanted for so long. Doesn't look like there's anyone in this Mulhouse area. Let's go and take that. Alright, let's check in with Rommel. He's still pushing through in that area. That's fine. Looks like he's going to break through any second now. It's a nice piece of undefended land here that we'll go and grab. Alright, before I continue, I'm going to pivot my air force now to northern France. Just get everyone back into their base and I'll redeploy everyone into the north. $3,000 fighters, my god, this is intense. Alright, I'm going to throw as many in. If they start getting mauled, then I'm going to rebase them all, but let's see what we can get away with. keep a close eye on our fighters. Alright, let's start expanding this bridgehead a little bit more. Let's start splitting up my motorized into grabbing these areas of opportunity. Excellent. Alright, this is starting to look very, very, very nice indeed. To make sure that I do not get cut off here, what I might do is actually swing south. I'll chuck a couple of motorized in to the south here to see if I can outflank that French force. To get a nice bridgehead, I'm going to then use this as a base to thrust into Paris. Just want to make sure that I got a nice open line at this stage. Just checking how we're progressing in the south. Very well. Patience does pay off in war, I have to say. But you have to know when to strike and when to strike extremely hard at the enemy. Excellent, excellent. Okay, this is looking very nice indeed. Alright, we are making very, very, very large and fast gains from this northern sweep down into France. I'm going to check in with the Air Force and see how they're performing. They are taking losses, but they're holding on. I'm going to try and drive straight into Paris. Let's just see here if we can do any work on our encryption, decryption. No. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the radar station. I'm pretty certain that the French are not going to be around for too long. I'll be moving and building radars in the British Channel very quickly. Alright, I'm going to send my armored forces to go straight in to Paris. And as with my motorized. Paris may well even be undefended at this stage. Doesn't look like the French are doing too much. Just going to keep pressing these forces out of here. I really want to make sure that this funnel is clear. And I don't have any chance of getting my troops cut off that are moving very fast in the north of France now. Alright, I've got some resistance by the looks of things. I don't think they're going to last very long. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're just about to drive into Paris. Fantastic. There goes Paris. I don't think the French are going to last much longer here. There it is. France has capitulated. That is the end of the Battle of France. It is April 4th, 1940. France has capitulated. The Italians did make fairly significant gains in the south. That certainly was a great benefit. A lot of the French had to be peeled back to fight against this Italian advance. That allowed me to break through the Maginot Line and finally break through the stalemate up here in Belgium. There's a couple of forces here that I'll have mop up. That is amazing. Let's just check in the death count. I know it's going to be quite significant, 400,000 troops. Yeah, it's pretty high, considering I did take fairly risky maneuvers to go over the Maginot Line and tie down the forces. We were entrenched there for some time, but we were able to nonetheless win. France lost 232,000 troops, and the British lost almost 200,000. So we're about parlay in terms of losses at this stage. What I'll be doing, oh dear, looks like the Australians are somehow moving in, is I'm going to stop the video here. The next video will be on the invasion of the United Kingdom and Operation Sea Lion. I can't wait. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll speak soon.